And they're all the way from Alabama. So life is a game. G-A-M-E, game. It's a game. You got behavior modification. You can learn that with repetition, or the opposite. Creativity can help. All kinds of fun things. Classifications. It's a game. It's a game. It's a game. You play. Keep playing it over and over again. Certain people have to have things a certain way. Things like that in the neighborhood. Well, it's not the last one today. We're going to take a little break. And then what we're going to do is probably, this is going to be the second part of the show coming up here pretty soon. Whether that happens or not, we'll find out. But we'll be going to the second part of the day of Food for Friends. Delivery at your doorstep. Not every show that you do can be Mission Impossible, but I guess there's a plan, there's a format, there's a certain behavior that you want to explore. So you can stay away from that. And you try different things, and you find, what works for you as a person. Ferris. Bueller. Oh, that's right. Bueller. Ferris. Bueller. Ferris. Bueller. Ferris. Bueller. So we can always stop making sense and then start making sense. So the Dallas Cowboys will be playing. Actually what's happening is Chicago Bears are coming down to play at the AT&T Stadium, October 30th. This is going to be a pretty good game. Chicago Bears have always been an advanced team. They've always had a pretty heavy offense, good quarterbacks, things like that. But the Cowboys are really playing a heavy offense. They're good. Their defense is good. I mean, their defense is substantial. We've got guys, fast players, of course, on both ends, offense and defense. We've got Diggs. We've got C-Rush, or if they want to put Dak in. If Dak plays, he better play smart. He better play quick. C-Rush, he is what I call an economically efficient player. Or I'd say efficient. He moves efficiently. That's very important for a quarterback. Every move makes a count. You don't have to throw the ball like Troy Aikman, but you do have to be accurate. And C-Rush or Cooper Rush can throw the ball, and he can get it into the wide receiver's hands. And he's really good at avoiding those interceptions as well. So we'll see if they use C-Rush when they play the Chicago Bears. But if they use Dak, and Dak loses, meaning if Dak drops the ball while Chicago Bears is on our ground, I would definitely have C-Rush there with plenty of Gatorade and power bars.
Pull up, you greet them, and then the person at the second window would take the next order. So by the time they're done, that car's pulling up.
I got
you. So you kind of...
It's an all-new Subway Series menu. 12 irresistible new subs. Like number 11, Subway Club. Powered with turkey, ham, and roast beef. This sub isn't slowing down anytime soon.
I'll give it a run for its money.
My money's on the sub. It's Subway.
So I didn't get to do the live stream with James and Carla and Hudson the dog, but I checked it out last night. It's so cool. You sit there and see parts of New York City. They went to some feast. It was like a festival. You can buy all these sausage and peppers and just all this stuff that you can. It's some kind of I don't know what it was. It was some kind of festival they have. San Juan. There's a name for it. You have to go to their site to check it out. They do it in New York. It's like a big food fest. So they have different cultures, and they're serving different foods and stuff like that.
I mean, it wasn't too bad, I guess. But I do like Swarovski's hours.
Dr. Thunder. There goes the third one. It's about, let's say, 200 to 300 yards lower. Flying low. Now he's spinning probably around this way. There's the bird. The inventor of the aerodynamics.
Interesting is that David Bowie, he actually is playing Gloria, which is Patti Smith's sort of song that made her famous. So there's a punk rock aspect of David Bowie, as well as a lot of other. And we ate chili.
Oh, so anyways, so it's 14 years old, and then all of a sudden I'm in physical science class. I don't like that. Think anything about it. Then my uncle Mike and my uncle took me, and then we went to Mikasa, and I was scratching my head, and I'm like, ugh. And I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, I got bugs in my head. She looked at me like I was crazy. Oh man, she was upset because she was a server and she had to pay money for that lice treatment, which is like $15 at the time in the 2000s, early 2000s. Well, we got rid of it. Used a white towel, got rid of it, shook it out. I asked my best friend, I asked everybody, and my stepsister was 8 at the time. Nobody had it. My mom didn't have it. We shared the same hairbrush. I guess it just like my beautiful head. Ugh. Then we have another situation. I lived in this one apartment, there's bugs everywhere, and cockroaches and everything. Just ugh. Oh, remember about the situation 3 years ago? I went out to the country and I got chigger bites. Kind of have a little bit of scars over there too. So I don't like bugs. I don't like insects. Oh, maybe my blood is too brownish. I don't know.
Linda, stand up. Bugs.
Classical 101.1 WRR FM and HD1 Dallas Fort Worth. Classical music and the arts for North Texas.
The customer requested you leave the order at their door. They added the following instructions. Leave at my door.
Thanks. Most likely I'm going to be stuck on Monday for some time. Makes you think of Red Dawn and the time when the military takeover was going on. John Milius was high in writing stories. Okay, so one thing I want to say, I'm at McDonald's right now, about these delivery apps and stuff, is they do deal with cards. Now, we know we have Apple Pay and we have Google Pay and things like that. So why the companies like Uber Eats and Postmates and, you know, DD, GBH and Uber Eats and all of them, right? Postmates and all of them. Why? I use abbreviations sometimes. I'm sorry. I forgive me to the church and all the people that I abbreviate some things. I'm sorry I do that. But not everything's going to be literal. I'm not going to spoon feed everything to you. But what I am going to say, I don't mean to be rude, but the cards that they send out to the company, and if you don't understand what I'm talking about card, okay? C-A-R-D, a card. They sometimes use, or they should use virtual cards, okay? If you don't understand that. A virtual card is like Apple Pay is a virtual card. Google Pay is a virtual card. So the app itself should be good enough. You should be able to scan it just like you do when you do Apple Pay or when you do Google Pay. But it should be built in the actual app or something similar. It could be a QR scan, something to show that you were there. Why they're using these cards and stuff, it's a mystery to me. It probably is some kind of banking thing, but it's something that you have to keep up with, okay? The app is already there, you know? So, like I said, you usually have 3 types of orders when you pick up. You have one that's already paid for. You just go in, you pick it up, it's got the name, okay? It's like a prepaid order or whatever. You got another one that is like shop and pay or something. So you go and you shop around and then you pay for it with a card. Then you have another one that's you order something and then pay, okay? You would order it and then they give you the food and then you would scan the card and, you know, or you would swipe the card or whatever. And most of them don't use a chip, so they don't use a chip. But what I think they should do is do a virtual card, okay? So then you pull up the card like you would pull up Apple Pay or whatever, and then you pay for it. But absolutely for no reason at all, never, ever pay for it yourself. I think I've done it a couple times. Never do that. Never do that. Don't pay for it yourself. Don't do that. The companies are responsible. They have their own, they're accountable for making sure that that's paid for.